When the shelling of a dam resulted in catastrophic floods that destroyed crops in an area where people rely on farming to provide for their needs, families, and to make some money, the restaurant itself was the region's water supply, and with that gone, people are now fearful for their futures. At the end of the summer in Puva, everything is centered on water. Mom urged us to please fetch some water we have. Transit, it's tough for her to walk. This is an ecological disaster. The water supply in this town is dry. What's offered in these barrels is wet, but it's not safe to drink. The town provides some drinking water, but it's simply not enough for everyone. Folks like Ir Bornova have to organize themselves. She brings us to her residence. Inine is a mathematics and physics teacher, but like most locals here, her family lives off the land. The absence of even irrigation means we need a lot of water now. Existentially, cabbage is a threat, as you can see. This is later cabbage, as evidenced by the foliage. We have broccoli. They used to water their crops there, Kakhovka Reservoir, but because the dam was destroyed, it's no longer there. A choice, they invested money in drilling with the necessary tools, but they can use it to go 36 meters deep if they can use water for fields and around the home, although it's not good to drink. When I was brushing my teeth, the water was like baking in the morning. Soda, it feels like I'm cleaning my mouth. Contains baking powder solution. The villagers enjoy in here in Puvi believe they are being forgotten. While in the adjacent city of Nicole may include water but have different concerns from here on what used to be the bank of the reservoir. You can see the Russian-occupied territory of Saporia is only 10 miles from the power plant. On April 1st, they took over that city. On March 3rd, 2022, they entered with their forces. Once it became evident that they would harass us from over there. He informs us that the city may utilize what water is still present in the reservoir, although the Russians attempt to obstruct them constantly. The Russians consistently struck, continuing to shell the objective. There are more problems everywhere nowadays. Pumping station, where they pay extra to remove residents of Nikol from losing water. Lacking water until assistance is the regional administration is now reinstated. They are attempting to come up with a long-term fix, constructing a conduit to link Nikol to they want the Zapia city water system to Badon. Earlier there is no similar strategy for the winter. Villagers returned, and Nina Pokrovsky and her spouse, Volodymyr, produced fewer plants than usual, knowing that water would. However, she intends to plant more next season, hoping the new well will be beneficial and keep things running for a while at least. Until recently, the water that filled the space in this basin provided food for village, and swimmers and sunbathers would use. The villagers claim that, according to Roxanne, due to the lack of water, wolves may be transferring from the other side. It would be beneficial to the ecology for animals, but it would be detrimental for the village citizens. For us, nobody actually knows if the dam will eventually be rebuilt or left to occupy the basin, she claims. According to locals, if the reservoir is not filled once again, they'll likely all have to depart. Christina Falcone is with the Norwegian Refugee Council in Ukraine, and she joins us now. Can you give us an understanding of how severe this ongoing water shortage is? Yes, I suppose the reporting provides excellent explanations and provide you with a photo of the circumstance, and I can only reiterate what I merely heard from the witness to the individuals who reside in this humanitarian situation in that region, which continues to be an issue due to the water. Many of these are still impacted by the shortage, not just in the vicinity of. Additionally, however, in the other regions that are employed to connect with this water storage, consequently, it is not just about the quantity. However, it also concerns the quality, and the local community is struggling and is still experiencing pain because of the immediate response to this shortage was quite effective in distributing the water. Distributed by the Norwegian Refugee Council, around 200 tons of water are in various locations, and we're still going to the local community as much as possible. Government, however, as has been stated during the situation, requires extensive reporting. Longer solution, the local authorities are working on that, but as also mentioned, some of these locations are also very frontline. There are daily strikes, and there is a constant assault on this, and of course, the recovery and building of the new pipeline are also extremely difficult. How worried are you about the condition of these communities? Oh, with winter approaching, yes, it is an extra issue. Of course, the general humanitarian condition of the country's condition continues to be terribly, I guess we might say precarious, since there are ongoing conflicts every day. Attacks in various places around the front line of the community are still happening, in particular with the elderly, who have refused to leave their houses, and also with low mobility, so therefore the humanitarian needs are great. This next winter, is a second winter, occur during the conflict and they are what we may anticipate. Needs will amplify simply because, unfortunately, from the last year's experience, several attacks have attacked infrastructure, in a separate part of the nation, and so also in the region that has had a significant influence. We worry there may be a water scarcity, which increases the risk and may impede even more the demands and the effects on individuals, and consequently also the risk of moving to encourage the residents to relocate out of their property and escape. We are coming from there, so thus we are operating as an international community member of the international community with local partners to prepare their action to fulfill these winter requirements and to assure as much we can you alternative supply or win or more or wintertime heating solution, you months again throughout. This him, next round, Christina Fakin, thereof, months originating from the Norwegian Refugee Council Ukraine. If you love the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.